go ahead. Introduce Mr. Panther.
Oh, we're starting?
Yeah.
Right, Leon's looking at his phone.
No, I'm good.
You're on the hot seat. Go ahead.
I'm good.
Fucking gas station.
And I got a candy in my mouth.
I'm good.
We are inverted for today.
We are.
We
We're
are.
all in different
Areas.
areas. That's cool.
In different areas. Oh wait, this is on. Oops.
Yeah. It's on.
Well, welcome everybody. This is a Just Talk podcast. This is episode number 104.
Yeet.
We have Richard Bendo to my left, which is your right.
Hey!
And we have to my right, which is your left, Tommy B.
Are you right about that?
All
You
right.
left?
All right.
I get confused.
Vice versa.
This is...
He's like right beside me. That's all you got.
Right?
Just right beside
There you go.
me.
There you go. Oh, man.
How's everybody doing?
Good, man.
Yeah,
That's good.
Rainy California day.
It has been
It's
raining.
not even that bad.
What?
Come
It's not bad,
on.
but it has been raining
Yeah.
for...
Let the
While now?
rain fall down. Oh, never mind.
You might hear some crunching noise.
Yeah, buddy. Or see some country.
What you eating there?
It's my breakfast. I just woke up since as many of you guys know already, I work overnights. So right now it's pretty much my morning, my breakfast. I have
I can't wait till we hear this and you hear the
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. That's an old cereal, by the way.
That's why I've never heard of it.
You never heard of Golden Grams?
Nope.
Dude, they've been around for like
I don't think I've ever seen this in
25 years at least, since
You
ever
know,
since I can
The
remember.
Golden Ages?
Yes.
All right,
Hey!
up top.
Hey, no doubt.
Hey!
No, stop that.
What?
I don't think I've ever seen Golden Grams in any grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, when I saw this earlier, I'm like, Golden Grams? What the fuck is Golden Grams?
Oh yeah, they've been out
Because
for a while.
usually it's like, you have your typical like Lucky Charms and fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cocoa Puffs and all that stuff. But I've never seen this. I'm assuming maybe if you go to a Walgreens or
You
like,
can find it at Costco.
or
It's
yeah,
true.
maybe
It's true.
Costco. I don't know. So I'm eating this, and I have my last pumpkin spice
No!
coffee.
No!
That is the end of the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin
It
spice.
lasted me till
Spices.
basically mid-February. So
Yeah.
there you
That's
go.
pretty good, man.
It's not bad.
That's pretty
It's not
good.
bad. It's what I'm used to with the pumpkin spice coffee. It's all sweet.
Mhm.
This one's like, it's coffee. It's not. It's not like a Starbucks where they add like all the other sweeteners and all
Right.
that shit. So
Oh.
I like it.
But,
I like it.
they have a...
And I like it like that.
Yeah.
you know how they have Rice Krispie treats?
Yes.
They have Golden Graham treats like that. That are pretty good.
I actually love those.
Those are sweet. They got a Lucky Charms bar, too. I was like,
yes.
There's someone in the restroom that makes great chocolate covered cornflakes.
I think she can hear you right
Yeah.
now.
Bummer.
Before we move on, last week.
Sorry.
What?
She said something.
Okay.
I think she
hear
said bite me or something like that.
Bite me! Before we move on, I just want to let all the listeners and watchers know that next week we have our special episode will be coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So
It's loaded.
it's loaded.
It's
so I
great.
think I still have to edit it, but I feel like there's gonna be there is 3 parts, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's 3 parts. So not quite sure. I think what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna drop it every other 2 days.
Mhm.
So maybe I actually might edit one tonight.
Okay.
And then maybe actually post it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's 3 parts, and each episode of that was probably an hour long, at least, roughly around an hour every single session we had.
We were there a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
the
we were there for a while.
introductions were
Wow.
almost an hour.
And so that's what's gonna happen. And also, before we get started and stuff, you guys have probably noticed that we changed the intro. There is just the intro, our new intro music,
Yep.
and then we just go on to the episode. There is no more introducing ourselves, just because we're introducing it now,
Mhm.
Right.
since we're on video. We're
Mhm.
introducing ourselves on
Right.
video now. So that's, I'm sure you guys caught up on that, What else?
I'm always missing the train. So.
Trainers. Do you want to give a shout out to who did the intro?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I
too.
did it last. I think I did. I should. Well, the intro was my good buddy David Rosabi. So if you guys need anything music related, anything like a short jingle for if you're starting your own YouTube channel, or maybe need something of an intro for a podcast, you can hit us up, hit me up, like directly. You can
Hey, Rich.
hit up the Just Like podcast, and then like let us know that you're trying to get to me, so I can like access it, because we all have access to it.
Right.
So sometimes when you're just hitting people up,
Yeah.
you don't know who you're talking to for the most parts.
It
Could be. It's usually these two.
Yeah.
So, but hit me up if you need some kind of music thing, and I'll let him know for that. I'll try to get you guys like maybe like a friend disc, but you know he does work. Like the only reason why we got it because he's my really good buddy. So.
Right.
Other than that, awesome intro. He's amazing. So there's that, and let's see. Trying to do like all the house cleaning right now so we can get into the episode. So what we're gonna be doing is when we have crossovers like that, it's gonna be called a special.
Ooh.
It's not gonna be
Collaboration.
collaboration, a special. It's not gonna be part of our. It's part of like the group, but it's not gonna be called. It's not gonna be called episode 104 because that was a special with them.
Right.
You know. So right now we're recording episode 104.
Which is ours.
This is ours, you know. And when we have guests, it's gonna start. We're gonna start calling it specials. So the next time Chewy's on, whenever that is, it's gonna be a special now. Last time it was just, you know, just like podcast with Chewy. But now that we're evolving and we're doing something new,
video.
It's on video too.
Makes sense.
It's gonna be called special. So whenever our old guest comes back, it's a special for that. So just want to clarify that just in case. Like, wait, technically this is episode 104. How come
Correction.
you guys? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, it's a special. So we did a whole
It's
collaboration
labeled
with
cool
them.
too, so you can like check it out and be like, which is the one with that guest?
Right, yeah. So that is it. We can get started.
Woo!
Officially started.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, enough with house cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just noticed half your keyboard is lit and half your keyboard is not.
You know how old this computer is? This is like one of the first MacBooks. Like,
It's not a.
look at how
It's not a G4.
but it's still this MacBook for a MacBook
True. It is older.
approaching 12 years, maybe. That's a while, dude. So and it's still kicking, still. So you know,
So Tommy.
me.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm putting you in the hot seat.
All right. What do you got?
What's the topics for today?
So topics today. You want to do both of them, or do you just want to do?
Yeah, we
like,
can do both.
Yeah.
All right. We can do both.
Where's the other
So
one?
we got a little bit of Valentine's Day.
What's the other one?
I didn't even see the other one.
And the bottom,
Yeah.
Oops.
it was lost. I did a typo. List of the most underrated holidays.
So we're starting with that.
Well, we can do. Let's do Valentine's Day because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
curious about.
Yeah. We'll
How
do
did-
that first and then go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the.
So
So this past 3 days ago.
She put makeup on.
3 days ago was
Valentine's Day.
And I figured, hey, since we're recording on Sunday,
right.
that's a perfect topic that we should talk about. And I think we might have talked about it
Here and
maybe
there.
last year or maybe even the year before, but we didn't really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And since obviously this is like a new thing, we're also on video now, and maybe there's new listeners and watchers that are joining us.
Thank you.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah. So it's something.
Tell a friend.
Yes. Tell a friend.
Tell some
Share it.
coworkers
Share.
recently.
You know, we're starting off with a
With a bang.
new take on it. You know. Well, so I brought it up. Do you guys celebrate it?
Nope.
Who
I
wants
hate
to start
love.
it?
So let's
Let's cut
cut
this way. So
really
you wanted
quick.
to start.
We
start
have
first.
of the Just Talk podcast. There are 2 people in a relationship, and one of them is single.
In a relationship by himself.
The 2 people that are in a relationship are on the outside.
Aha!
Oh, that's
And then it
that's
makes
funny.
it go in.
That's
which
funny
is
how
kind of like a heart.
He's in the middle. Wow, we didn't even plan this. We didn't even plan this.
I think secretly.
No, you're the one who sat in the middle.
Right?
It's true. But I wanted to sit over there.
But you sat right there.
I know it's true.
You sat right there. That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
You got me. You got me.
All right, so we'll Tommy, start with you.
Yes, I celebrate it.
Do you?
I do.
So you
So
celebrate
what'd you
it. What's your stance on it?
Um,
And just your overall thoughts, and then we'll just we'll your first thoughts, and your first thoughts, and my thoughts, and then we'll all chime in and whatnot. So
I want to use my sleepless in Seattle voice.
really?
Ooh,
Go ahead.
What's your
So, do you believe in love?
okay?
What else you got?
Is love a real thing? How much do you love this person?
How did she sign off? Do you remember how she signed off?
This is Sleepless in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night.
Wasn't there other ones like Blinking in Oregon or something
What?
like that? Do you remember that?
No.
Like if you listen to it, they're like humbly honest in Houston.
What in the
Because they wouldn't
world?
use their names. Do you remember that? They wouldn't use their names.
No.
Oh man, you gotta go back and watch that.
You know, I should have asked,
What? Well, you can ask it now.
Yeah.
is there a good Valentine's Day movie?
Ooh.
Ah, shit.
Ooh.
See, that's a good question. I should have
Ooh.
came up with that one before.
Goddamn.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Well, I can think of
Die Hard.
No!
It's
What's a Christmas movie?
sir. Not a Valentine's movie.
You really? I do have a Valentine's Day movie.
This is
What's
this can be a Christmas / Valentine's movie, and
Ooh.
a lot of people actually go to this movie too.
Christmas
and I'm
shoes.
blanking out. No.
Who's in it? What do you
There's
got?
a lot of cast. There's Keira Knightley in there.
Love
Rick
Actually?
Huh?
Love Actually?
Yes.
Ah,
That's a good Valentine's movie too.
I have one.
It's more of a Christmas movie.
Right.
I feel like it because I think most of the setting
Yeah.
were in the holiday season.
Yeah.
right?
It's like
so,
25 Days to Christmas. or
Right.
something like
So,
that, yeah.
but in terms of just Valentine's Day or like a romantic kind of movie, a rom-com, that's more like a rom-com drama.
Right. Right.
Then that can be associated with Valentine's Day. But it's not really Valentine's Day. That's the first movie that came up to my mind.
I have one. It could be considered a Halloween movie, but
World?
it's a Valentine's
Whoa!
movie. And there's a particular scene in there where I'm like,
Is it because it makes you cuddle?
not makes you cuddle, but if you watch this at a certain particular time in your life, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Believe it or not, it is Casper.
Oh!
yeah.
Come on, as a Valentine's Day movie?
Because there is, spoiler, there's
Oh
a
my
particular,
God.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
The
about.
dance. Oh my
Right,
god!
yeah. We're-
Heartbreaking!
Yes.
Oh damn!
Yes.
God damn!
Yes.
He starts walking. He walking there.
Yeah.
He's walking. Next thing you know, she's just sitting in the corner,
Right.
all lonely shit. Everyone's fucking dancing.
And there's a song that's
Slow
playing,
down.
yeah.
Oh, that song gets you all the time. Gets me all the time. And then you walk there. And you're like, who is that?
Just
and you're like,
stop.
it's Casper
Yes.
in his physical form.
Yes.
And he looks fucking cute
Yes.
as fuck. And then and then the girl is just like, what? And he takes her to dance. And the song kicks in.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, middle of the song, they're floating. They're floating, people. Woo! And it's so romantic.
But
God damn.
there's a scene in there where he goes like this, and she goes, oh, and he goes,
Yeah.
I told you I was a good dancer.
Well, no, I think was it that? Or
Yeah, she goes,
feel
I told you I was a good dancer. I got goosebumps.
I feel like-
and then,
Well, we
and then
can't
he says
see
the
him.
line. He says the line where he goes, he looks at her because he was saying this, and he says this to her when she's asleep. She doesn't hear it, so she hears it for
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
says it, and he goes, can I keep you?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Now I want to watch Casper now. Peace out. How about I watch Casper? Man.
that's yours? No way.
What was that? What was
She
Magic
said Magic Mike.
Oh, that's
Right here.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Right here.
Oh.
Okay,
So I got a movie for you
Mm.
for Valentine's Day.
Ah,
It's called. Wait for it.
what do you
Wait
got?
for it.
What do you got?
Valentine's Day. Right there.
He's not lying, guys.
I'm not lying.
Is that the
actually
one
haven't
with
seen this.
with like
There's a lot of
Heat
them.
with Ashton
Kutcher, Bradley Cooper,
Yeah.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
It was the parody of not parody. It was kind of like an offshoot of Love Actually.
Made in 2000.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
okay.
good.
I've never seen
Not
it.
Love Actually, and definitely not Casper though.
Julia Roberts.
Yes.
Ashton Kutcher. Jessica Alba.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's just like,
Jessica Biel.
Yes.
Mhm.
Bradley
Mhm.
Cooper. Eric Dane. Patrick Dempsey. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I feel like the person that cast this cast all of Grey's Anatomy. Just saying.
Hello.
You got McDreamy and McSteamy.
Okay, so your thoughts on it, Valentine's Day. Initial thoughts.
Bittersweet.
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 Okay.
Why?
I feel like
It's supposed to be the love day.
it's supposed to be a love day, but why do you have to have one love day to always show that you're like being
Yeah.
sweet? That's kind of my thing. Oh, it's beginning. It's beginning. Hold on.
Hold on, let me fix this.
Yeah,
real
there's
quick.
another mic.
Just in case. Just in case.
Just be careful
There
of
we
the
go.
wires.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all set up here, but she can just be in the corner.
Bittersweet.
Anyways.
She would fit. We'd have to squish in a little bit more.
Right, just a little bit.
That's okay, she can talk right here.
Jump on in.
Talk right there. It'll be perfect.
Bittersweet.
It'll be fine.
Definitely bittersweet for
That's
me.
so weird that it's bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Just bittersweet because I feel like
Why? I want to break this down.
because
Well, yeah, that's what
also
we're gonna break
too
down.
is on a subconscious level because it's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. What are you gonna get your special someone? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, yeah.
There becomes kind of like this
Pressure.
Yeah, this expectation that you can be
Expectation,
felt
yeah.
throughout the oh roses. You gonna get roses?
Never buy
You gonna get
roses.
chocolates?
I'm never
Okay.
gonna buy roses.
You gonna get lingerie?
Like, what's our initial thoughts on it?
That's coming off.
Initial thoughts on it. Go.
I hate
And then
it.
we'll hash it out.
I hate it.
Once we all get.
I hate Cupid. I hate it. I hate all of it. You know how the Grinch hates
I would love in a future episode, whenever Mike finally gets your girl, that's a girl,
Oh, dude.
Oh, it's
or
gonna
a
be-
man. Oh, we never know.
I know. I know.
So,
I don't like things popping
you
out
get-
of pants. And just,
in the future episode,
LGBTQ.
I would love to see- yeah, I would love to see like your
QM.
QM. What's the M?
Metro?
Mike.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Metro.
no.
I would love to see like a little switch maybe that
Yeah.
might happen. So we'll see. Anyways, you hate Cupid, you hate love, you hate everything.
That's a joke, though.
Right.
So I'm not being serious about that. I
Wait, you're not being serious about what?
hating Valentine's.
Oh, okay.
So you really like them?
Okay,
I
so,
do
so
like
you're,
Valentine's
okay,
Day.
so what's
I've done a lot of things in the past, like,
so you like it?
I like it. Yes.
Okay.
And
Or
I
you
want
love it.
more of it. Yeah.
You want more of it? Okay.
Let's see, like, I've done flowers, I've done chocolate, I've
Okay,
done
okay.
gifts.
Okay.
No lingerie, though, never done that. I've done love letters, too. I've done
Love
that.
letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never used to, like, write to your, like, person that you were in
You got
love
any
with?
Copy of these love letters?
Sadly enough, I actually burned them.
Oh.
They actually do not exist anymore.
You've none?
I have none.
Oh, because we should do an entire episode of reading like old love letters out
Oh,
loud.
If you
because
still have them.
the stuff that you said. Woo.
Holy smokes.
Okay.
Mine were all G-rated.
Okay.
I side with Tommy on this.
You
where,
love
huh?
it. You love it.
That I think it's
Bittersweet.
yeah, like
so weird.
I just don't. Why? It's the whole idea of like why show your appreciation or your love to your significant other only for one day when you should be doing it every day.
Okay, well, I don't agree with both of you
Why not?
because it could just be one day where
Up,
like every
up.
shut up. So every other day, like it could be just as amazing as this day, but this
course.
day you could just do a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's fine. But you can do that little bit more. It doesn't have to be February 14th.
Right.
Sure, I agree with you.
You
on
can
that.
do a little bit more
But,
every
like,
day. You don't. I just
like,
feel like also
this day you should
also
do
it
it.
is a made up holiday. It's not necessarily a fucking like you know.
Well, which we can discuss about.
Yeah, we'll hash it out and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Saint.
It's one of those things where like
Saint Valentine's Day.
so you're only supposed to go all out for your significant other on this day and that's it. I mean, yes, there's a birthday, sure, but and there's your anniversary. But then why can't you just do it on a random day?
Mhm.
Why not?
Surprise.
Oh, keep talking.
So
Keep talking.
that's my thing. I like I said, it's bittersweet. Like I
Is
actually
someone in a
I don't-
contradiction over there?
I don't mind celebrating it,
Right.
but at the same time, I just don't. I just feel like if there's so much pressure on this Valentine's Day that you have to do like, oh my god, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. No, man, why don't you? You can do that any day.
But you have a whole month to think about it.
You have a whole fucking year to do shit.
Okay, I gotta. Okay.
You gotta get on camera.
No, it's okay. My hair's
That's okay,
messed
yeah.
up.
Okay.
You don't need to.
We can turn
No,
it.
she's not on camera.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyway.
We can turn it.
She is the.
Anyways,
From a female perspective.
Yeah.
I can see where you guys are coming from.
Where'd you
This
get the
pressure
necklace from?
thing, blah blah blah.
Not for me.
But
Yeah, I never said I hated it. I'm just saying it is bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
Right.
Right.
Like
That's
I
the thing.
don't mind celebrating it, but at the same time, I feel like it's
Right.
just like what? Come on.
Yeah.
Why can't you just?
I
do
get,
it?
I get what you're saying. I actually do definitely agree that, why is there this one day when you could be,
Yeah, it can be any day. Really.
Giving-
But how did it happen for you, Cherry?
yeah, I would like to know where all that
Yeah, she
spontaneity
would like to
nice
know.
things came all year. Where, instead of just that one day that you believe that should happen all the time, yeah, what happened to that?
Ooh.
It's kind of like.
Someone's a contradiction.
No, it's kind of like
Other than me.
The philosophy I like to throw out there. I said like one of my favorite things about life is surprise, and there's nothing better. Like Valentine's Day is an expected holiday. Let's flesh that out.
Well,
right?
see, another thing that we talked about before we even came on the podcast about this thing is I get that there's a lot of pressure, but me personally, like as a girlfriend, I don't put a lot of that pressure. The things I
She's a
may
dancer.
want are simple.
Right.
I don't think it's hard.
But see,
No, it's not hard, but society puts a lot of pressure.
there you
on
go. That's
Oh.
especially on
Because
guys.
it's so out there.
yes.
Like literally, you can go to any
Yeah.
grocery store and it's like balloons, flowers, everything, even in the streets.
Yeah.
You see everyone selling flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Well, I get it. I mean,
Okay.
if I were a boyfriend, I would think that I would want to do that.
yeah, of course.
Everyone's
different though.
yeah. I mean, I think when
Here,
you
I'm gonna throw something out here. My cousin, John, he on his Instagram story, he goes, "What is the point of Valentine's Day? I really don't get it."
Wow.
That's what he said.
Yes.
And then we started talking. He's like, I was like, it's made up. He's like, yeah, I know, but why do people celebrate?
Well,
it?
Right.
don't they all holidays
So,
are made
well,
up?
Again, everyone has their own opinions on it, but at the same time, again, for us, it's like it is bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things where like some people celebrate it, some people don't, and I get both sides.
Yeah.
I'm more on the side of like I'm literally in the middle. Like I don't have to celebrate it, but if my significant other wants to celebrate it, and obviously you gotta communicate.
Yeah.
Do you want to celebrate fucking Valentine's Day? It's not one of those things where like, oh, it's Valentine's Day, we have to do something.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
Yeah.
If we want to, we can.
Well, the one going along with social media, the one that I find so intriguing was if you go on to like Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Some people are like, "Look at the flowers I got! Look at these
I think that's
chocolates!
stupid.
Look at this! Oh my God, my hubby got me a full room!" And you're just kind of like,
So what's stupid, Mike?
Getting like comparing. It's like at least you got something. There's some people who didn't get anything.
"Yeah,
Right. Right.
You know.
Well, in my opinion,
I think that part is silly.
I get what you're saying about it being like a made-up holiday, but I always think of it as like all holidays are made up, and people decide
Okay,
what
fair.
holidays they
That's
want
fair.
to celebrate and which
Right.
ones they don't.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I would think that Valentine's Day is something you figure out when you, like, let's say you get a new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
With each new relationship, you decide what you're gonna
Yeah.
do.
Of course.
that's the
You
best
know,
It's
time.
different.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to put a ton of expectations, but I am going to let you know I'm going to get you something because I would
Right.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to.
yeah."
So,
Exactly.
however that works out.
Mhm.
But I do agree with that whole thing of like you should be showing your love throughout the whole year, and I
Yeah,
try
of
to do
course.
that. I
But
try
see,
to get gifts all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
How,
and
how
stuff
also
like
you're
that.
like, "I'm gonna get you something also." The expectation is like
Yeah.
it's communal.
It's already there.
guy. It's
Yeah.
not Valentine's Day. That's just like, oh, a guy's going to give a gift just for his girl,
Yeah.
or it's a husband just for his wife. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the wife's also giving him one. It's
It should
back
be.
and
It
forth.
should be back and
Right.
forth.
Yeah.
but I
I
feel
agree.
like
I agree
I
with
feel like
that.
it's more catered towards women.
I think
Right.
so too.
Right. I have
Which
actually,
is kind of like, especially in the age where like we're all trying to be equal and
Yeah.
all this stuff. Like, shit. Well, where's my fucking?
Exactly.
Where's my flowers, bitch?
Yeah.
Where's my rose? Where's my daisies?
Yes.
I want my daisies. Where's my lilies?
I like black roses.
Whoa, whoa.
Trying to get some of those.
Those
Do
are
they
dead.
exist?
It's
Those
one
are
of those
dead.
things where like it's again. I think it's catered to women.
Right.
Or more so to women. But that's why on our notes I said, was there ever a Valentine's Day that you celebrated? How long you've ever lived, or whenever you had a girl that they got you a gift, because usually it's the guys doing. Usually, and then that's where I feel like society is like, oh, this guys have to do it.
Have you guys all gotten gifts from your past girlfriends?
Now I have to think about that. Oh,
That's what I've been thinking about the last like 5 minutes. I'm like, Have I ever gotten
See,
a gift?
that's what's it. The fact that you have to think about that.
I think I
Well, I just
Have you?
have forgetful.
Oh, yes. I remember. I remember getting gifts for Valentine's Day, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. For my
So
girlfriend.
you're-
Yes, I do too.
So
I
yes,
remember now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
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 Cherry?
I always.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah. I forgot. Oops.
See,
Cherry.
okay, so before we start talking about
I've
gifts,
always thought that
Oops.
that should be mutual. Like I've actually this Valentine's
I
Day
agree.
that just passed. I see a lot of girls who they're like, look what I got, all this stuff, and then I'm friends with their boyfriends too on like Instagram,
You're friends
Snapchat,
with their
or something.
boyfriends?
Social media, yeah.
And I don't see them like getting anything, and
Yeah.
I never thought that was like okay. Like even if it's not like flowers and chocolate, like my go-to would be like lingerie
What
or
did you do?
something.
Right,
Like
right.
there's always got to be some kind of. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I would not be okay with just
Yeah,
getting
it has to
something.
be, it's
Yeah.
just like in any ships, relationship, partnership.
Like my parents,
It's both ways and stuff.
my parents are really cute, by the way.
Mhm.
But like my
Like your mom?
stepdad, he'll get my mom a card for every single day with some cute message in it. Sometimes 2 per day, and always he gets her a jewelry set every time, so 1 per day of the week. Like one necklace, a bracelet, earrings, and
Well, good for February?
for Valentine's Day, and
For
then
that
same thing for
week
their
of?
anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
for that week.
Oh, the week, yeah.
Mm.
And for their
Oh,
anniversary.
remember it now.
He's in love.
Yeah, and then
Go
she
there.
does the same thing to get him cards and stuff, and then I'm sure she gets stuff in the bedroom because I know my mom.
Hey.
I don't need to know.
Hey.
But
It's quite
anyway.
disgusting.
I was kind of grown up with that, where you always get stuff for each other. It's not just a one-way.
But see,
like,
that's where it starts.
thing.
It starts with like at home.
Mhm.
If you grow up with hopefully a mom, not hopefully. Okay, let's rephrase it. If you grow up in a household that people love each other, they kind of like to be kind to each other and
Mhm.
sweet. So it starts with that, and then that kind of carries on into your relationships and yada yada yada.
Right.
I mean, that's the key, is to see that. I think the genuine expression of like, babe, here's something sweet I want to do. I know the holiday is overblown, but I still want to do this for you because I care.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the genuine experience.
Right.
But then once the media starts taking effect, and then the whole
Mhm.
commercialization and yada
and
yada
I don't
yada.
like that either. Because
Which
for
is
me,
where
like,
I feel like the pressure comes
Yes.
yeah, like for me, I love the effort that's put in. I don't really care a whole lot about what I get, but for me, what I'd like to see is there was thought
Effort.
beforehand.
Take
Where
notes.
you're like, you know what, I want to do something for her, and I do the same thing,
Mhm.
and you're gonna plan something that, like, I don't want to have to tell you, like, I mean, just in general, like, as, any relationship, they think you don't have to tell them, like, do this and this and this, and this is what I expect.
Mhm.
It's like, you put your thought into it and think, what would she like? What can I do to make her happy, make her smile? Same
Yeah.
thing in reverse. And,
Question. So, would you say material gifts is better to show that they care, or something that they created themselves?
I would go with created themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me, I mean,
Just in
whatever
general,
they
because
decide.
like
Right.
it goes on to what Sherry was saying. The voice of woman over here on the side. You guys can't see her, but
The
the
elusive
voice
woman.
of woman, the elusive woman. No, I think both are fine, but it's like what she said. It's more thoughtful when you actually do it on your own because you
agree.
took the time to do
I
it,
agree.
and
Yeah.
especially
Like,
Especially
I
if
made a
it-
scrapbook one
it-
time.
what's that?
I made a scrapbook one time.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
How many pages?
One. It's just a cover.
Yes.
Nice try.
It's like 2. It's a cover. At the end.
Nice try. I think it was like,
3.
I think 8 to 10.
Wow.
Damn,
Dude,
son.
before we dive into that,
Yes.
no, yeah, I think it's more thoughtful when you actually do it on your own, especially because you're thinking about your loved one, and so you're putting all these little things that I think she'll like this. She loves I don't know 4-leaf clover, so I'll put like little 4-leaf clover drawings on each corner. It's because it's 4 and then 4-leaf. You know what I mean? It's just like little things like that, but at the same time, they're just like any people, and
Right.
especially in a very consumeristic nation. There are things that we're like, I want that throw blanket, or I want that pop toy, or whatever it is that you
Yeah.
want, and especially if I've been wanting this, that they've been wanting it for
Right.
such a long time,
yeah.
and then they just haven't gotten around to it, because of
Right.
life. and when you get it, and you're just like, oh my god, I've been wanting
Yeah,
this.
I feel like
you
that's
know?
the type of gifts that you would get.
Yeah.
Like either a gift that I would really be able to use because you know that's the type of thing that's great to get if you know they're going to use it all the time, so then it's
Yeah.
useful.
Well, that's
or
how,
something
that's how
I
Tommy
wanted
gifts,
for a
though.
long time.
Yeah.
That's how you
Yeah.
gift.
That's
Exactly.
like I know for me. For me, it was like I used to see people that got a gift and then it's just in the corner.
Mhm.
Like
Boy, I wonder.
I know, right? I definitely. Yeah.
But you get the idea. Like I want to use.
Yeah, we got the
But
idea.
you get the-
You put it on your wrist, on the corner of your body.
Okay.
He lost it.
I
and
did.
He just recently
But I
found
found
it,
it.
and
I did
he
find
has
it.
it sitting on the table uncharged.
It's true. That's true. Thanks, guys. Anyways.
So stupid.
Anyways, one of the things I did observe, so because there's people that have been together for a very long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We went to go get candy.
Who's we?
Me and my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Where's my candy?
Go get a
Told
girlfriend.
Thanks.
I just gave you some.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Go on, go on.
we go to See's Candies, and what happens is the line's out the door.
Of course.
But what I did know, and there's as this is where it comes to, there was a lot more guys buying chocolate than there was
Wow.
for women. There are women buying for men.
Wow.
But what was cool is two people in front of us was a couple.
Hmm.
And I was there with my girlfriend also too, and they were sitting there getting candies together. And he's like, "Babe, what do you want?" She's like, "I don't know."
Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet.
And they were
That's awesome.
together,
That's
and,
sweet.
and it looks like, I don't know if they're married, I don't know if they're, a couple. I know
It
that,
doesn't really matter.
they're in some type of a relationship together. But the fact that he didn't have to pick a surprise, but they did something together.
Which
Yeah,
is exactly what we did.
Right. That for me was the enjoyment of being like, okay, cool. They figured something out that works for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the magic of whatever Valentine's Day should be.
Or-
Right, I thought that was cool. Because we did, the same thing. Because you asked me, like, oh, should I just get the chocolates and come get you? Or you want me to pick you up first?
Why
We
would you
should-
ask her that? Just do it.
Well, no, because there was an issue. It doesn't matter. But anyway, he picked me up, and we went. And I was like, yeah, we should get chocolate together. So it was cool because he liked that I got everything I wanted. He'd have to like guess or try to
Well,
pick something.
and this is where like
And I could get something for him
here's
too.
what Tommy was saying. They're doing it together.
Yeah.
And that's a that's a beautiful thing. You're doing
Right, I
things
agree.
together with your partner.
And then that person gets everything that they want.
Right.
Mhm.
Instead of being like, I don't know.
And it's always more fun together. I think that's just
Yeah.
true.
I agree to that.
Yeah.
Like sex.
Oh, definitely.
Of course, we had to go there.
Definitely.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Anyways, the
Bad.
scrapbook.
By the way, that's
Yeah, right.
that's another great thing about that.
So
Okay.
the scrapbook.
Scrapbook. How many pages?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, it was like 8 to 10.
And 8 to 10.
And
Okay.
I
want to
literally-
dive into this more.
I literally got into it. Like I
what was included?
cleaned
like, all
out.
the details.
Hold on, I cleaned out the kitchen table,
Okay.
and I literally threw like everything off the kitchen table, and I put everything that I needed to do to build this project on it. I had photos like all over the place. I had
Nice.
scissors.
I love
I
it.
had construction paper
Of course.
because
Yeah,
I did
it's
it
a
on a
scrapbook.
budget. I literally left everything on the table. I went to go to the mall to go to the scrapbook store
Okay.
to go buy like stickers and shit.
Okay.
So I mean, it's
How long did it
I
take
think
you to
that's
do?
cute.
It took
No,
me
it's adorable.
Yeah.
because I started with the idea. I think it took me about a week to finish.
Well, yeah, with
Because you
8
have
to
to
10 pages.
Yeah, you
I
have
mean,
to come up with ideas. You're like, okay, well, what can I do with this page? Okay, what can I do with this
Yeah,
page?
honestly, I've always wanted something like that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Here we
Every
go.
girl has
Hold
it.
on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
God.
Let's paint a picture. I'm curious. Yeah, right? I have a question.
Oh,
Mm.
no.
I don't know where
You
this
have
is
a,
going.
yeah, you have a relationship. Beautiful relationship.
Okay.
They
Where's
make
this
you a
going?
beautiful scrapbook,
Ooh.
right?
Okay.
And you can tell they took, oh my God, this is a beautiful scrapbook.
Wait, hold on. How long did it take you?
Almost a week.
Almost a week.
Right.
Okay. Go on.
Okay, so it even takes maybe, it takes them a good month to
Are you
set it up, okay?
Okay,
wait,
it's
wait,
too
wait,
slow.
wait.
Just
All
a
right.
week.
No, okay, fine. But here's the thing. You guys break up.
Oh.
Do you keep the scrapbook or do you throw it out?
I was actually in that situation.
Ah.
Oh, snap!
I think just not to touch a
Hold on,
subject.
before you
but-
say anything,
Yeah.
I want to hear from the guys really quick.
Wait, do you keep it or
Do
wait?
you
Hold on.
keep it or do you throw it out?
Is this? Am I doing the scrapbook for my
no,
lady or my
somebody,
lady?
your
Someone
lady,
did it for
your
some-
ex-lady gave it to
to you.
Ex.
Oh, now you said it. Oh, yeah.
This
it's
is
ex.
torture for me.
Your ex-lady, and you know
This is
specifically
torture.
from what's in this thing. One, your
Oh
new
my
girlfriend
God.
cannot see
Damn.
it, and two, a lot of time went into this thing.
Right.
Like, this is one of them fucking scrapbook.
You're putting me in the hot seat without being in the hot seat.
Do you keep...
We're all in the hot seat because
Yes.
I'm going to answer last since you asked the question.
Mhm.
You're first, though. We're going this way. Like, so I have more time to think about it.
So if my ex-girlfriend ever watches this YouTube video, oh my god, she's probably gonna find me and kill me. Or chop my penis off.
Anyways.
She shouldn't care.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
Oh,
Thank you.
god.
Oh.
Because I was
man,
the dickhead. I was the dickhead that went to her house and threw it out of my car window. Because I did keep it for some time
Okay.
and held on to it
Okay.
like an
And
idiot.
then you got angry one day.
I got
Yeah.
really.
Well, yeah, he
I
threw
know.
it out of his car
No, no,
window.
no, 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 no.
Nah!
I literally had.
You don't have to get too
Here's your
personal.
butt! Chop
I'm
your
okay
clothes!
getting personal, but I literally had to get over her.
Well,
And that was my
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
way of going about it.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I
That's
literally
fair.
had
Yeah.
it in my
That's
passenger
fair.
seat, and I didn't want to do it because I
Yeah.
was like, I know she put time into this.
Right, yeah.
Like, time. Longer than a week. Because I'm like, there is no way in hell you're going to make this in a week.
Yeah.
And it was longer than 8 to 10 pages.
How long did you
Damn.
keep it for?
After we broke up, oh man. A few years.
A few years. Hot damn.
Wow.
3 to 5 maybe.
Hot damn.
Because look, here's the reason why. Some of my high school photos are in there.
See, there
That
you go.
I
That's what I'm
can't
saying.
get anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gone. Like,
Yeah.
I can't go back and pick it up
Right, right.
and
of
say,
course.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
Literally, if you're listening to this, I am sorry.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I feel bad that I did that because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
But you were how old?
I
You were an
was
idiot.
20 something.
20 what, though?
Like 22, 23. I don't know,
You're
something
still
like
an
that.
idiot, dude.
My
Like, if
younger
you think
20.
about
But
it.
still, though, I was just like, she took time to
Yeah.
make it.
Right.
Oh,
You
so
know?
are you saying that now you would still keep it?
Yeah, I would. I would still keep it because.
And how do you think your new girlfriend would feel about that?
That's where the problem
way-
comes in.
That's why you stay single.
Wait. That's the next part of the question, but I'm wondering, do you guys keep it?
Well,
That's the thing.
first,
Oh,
so
man.
would I throw it away or keep it? Oh, goddamn.
Wait, have you ever gotten a scrapbook?
No.
Or
No.
something you
But
know,
well, I
handmade
mean,
like
well,
that?
you Tommy's strictly speaking about scrapbooks and stuff, but
Oh.
well, because like if it's a gift, if it's any other gift, like look, I have some pop toys that came from my exes.
Right.
I'm gonna keep those fucking pop toys, especially the supernatural ones.
Yes.
So if you are watching this, thank you, and we're still good friends. We're still good friends.
See, I'm not.
See, that's the thing. I feel like
I want to be.
But here's. I feel like if it's like a scrapbook, then it's a little bit harder
Oh,
to
dude, trust me.
kind of.
Trust me.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah,
was
exactly.
difficult.
Oh, I'm sure 3 to 5 years.
Difficult.
I know because, like you said, there's pictures of you that maybe you won't.
I can't get
that
anymore.
You can't get anymore,
Yeah.
or maybe just you just don't have it in a digital form, or maybe this is the only physical form.
This
Especially
was early 2000s.
right. Especially if it's what's the thing? Polaroid.
Oh, okay,
Polaroid.
yeah.
Especially a Polaroid,
Yeah.
right? Where
Those
that's
people
such a
on.
new. It's an old device, but it's a new thing that's
Yeah.
coming. It's been
Coming
back.
back,
yeah.
But it's not coming back.
yeah.
It's been back.
Yeah. It's like vinyl. It'll never die.
Thank you. It's like vinyl, where a lot of people are like, oh, I want to get a, I want to buy my own Polaroid and shit.
Take
And
this
when you
for
have
snapshot.
that, there is no. You can scan it, but it's completely different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so,
totally.
and because I've never gotten a scrapbook, but if an ex before did something like that for me, then yeah, I think I would probably be in your position too. I don't
I thought it was the only one.
I don't know if I would keep it for that long, but I think there will be a time after the breakup. I'm just like kind of we haven't.
It's almost like a time capsule if you think
exactly in a way. It's one of those things where if this was in the question, I would have had more time to think about it. But I'm just like, kind of flying
Yeah.
off my.
That's why he's talking kind of fast, people.
Yeah.
So you gotta listen. Pay attention.
I would explode. in
I-
your
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Explode.
I don't know if I would. I think I would keep it for a while, but I think eventually I would have to let it go. That's where now I'm gonna piggyback off
But
of what
that's so
what you
tough,
said.
though.
Sure. No, yeah, I know, but look, here's the thing.
It shouldn't be tough if you move on.
There was. Thank you. There you go. That's where the thing where if you've moved on.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying.
Do you know who's in
you don't
this
know
conversation?
You know what you're talking about.
She does.
I mean, when you're moving to a new relationship, which is kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I would think that most of the time, what makes it so that you are moving on and so that you are getting rid of that thing is because you are moving on to something new where you're going to make more memories. Maybe get a new scrapbook.
All of you guys about that question that it's kind of going to be like all together.
But
Okay,
you're
go.
Okay, now.
though.
Go.
So no.
You wanted to talk about that. Was that what you wanted to talk about?
Oh, this is
No,
good.
wait. No. So what's your answer?
So the variable to that
scrapbook
is.
Wait, she's done.
Are
you done?
No, but he said he wanted you the guys first.
No, go ahead. You're
That's
up. You're up.
Okay. Well, I
For the
would.
scrapbook.
and then we'll-
for the
yeah, for the
scrapbook, will you
scrapbook.
keep it or will you throw it away?
And then we'll go.
And then we'll.
I would throw there. I definitely think there's always going to be that little period of time where you're
Yeah, yeah.
well, I guess depending on who does the breaking up.
Did
but,
you ever
but
get a scrapbook?
I got something similar to a scrapbook.
Okay.
My last boyfriend made me
Okay.
this intricate origami box shit.
Oh, that's
that
fucking
you
dope.
had
That is-
different
I love
sides
origami.
and
That's
it
dope.
opened up
That's
and
dope
it
as
had
fuck.
a lid.
That's
and
cool,
it was
that's
cool.
cool.
It wasn't finished.
He made it.
But
It
it was
wasn't
cool.
finished.
No, but he.
What the fuck,
I
man?
remember he stayed up like all night with his
It's-
best friend
it's
trying to
sweet.
make it. It was fine because I was like, oh, we'll fill in overtime before I knew we were gonna break up. But it took me a bit to. Like I
Let
would
it
think,
go.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it took me a bit to get over it,
Yeah.
get over
I
him,
feel
to let
like
go.
that's it's not the catalyst is not the word, but I feel like
The
that's the thing where like when you're finally over the person, that is pretty much when you let go of all
Yeah,
the things.
because I feel like once you've actually
You
moved
moved
on,
on,
you
yeah,
don't have
yeah.
a problem letting
Yeah,
it go.
yep,
Or
I
it
agree.
helped me
Yeah,
to
yeah, for
move
sure.
on because like I
agree with you on that.
you know, like
'Cause that's what
I
I
had
did.
it and I was like, okay, I need to get over. Like I had to make myself like I have to get over. So I put it up in the closet,
Right.
and then later I was like, I know it's there, and I like opened up the closet and I was like, I have to get rid of this, and I think I gave it to my mom and I told her to throw it away or
Yeah.
something,
So-
or I
Okay.
dropped it. But
But
it's-
for me, real quick, like, if I put it up in the closet, which I think I did, I put it in the closet down below, but there would be certain times that I would be like, oh, like,
it's there.
it's there. Like,
So you
I
forgot
totally
about it?
forgot about
Yeah.
it. Like,
Well, that's a good thing.
hold
right?
on,
You
let me
forgot
sit down
about
and
it.
let me, like, open it up and just...
But I feel like
Look.
that would bring back new memories. Like for me, I want to completely shut that chapter and move on. Like if that, like for me,
I feel like that also depends on how
bad it was.
it was. the
true,
breakup.
true. But for me, I'm like if I'm gonna move on to a new person, I don't really want to keep all of that and be thinking like find it one day and be thinking about my old relationship. Like it's the past. I want to kind
Right.
of put it in the past.
Well, I mean, you can
and
always
like
think
now,
of
like
it...
maybe I could get a new scrapbook from my new boyfriend or
Right,
whatever.
right,
like
right.
That's a hint.
No, I'm just saying like
That's
you
a
know,
Just in general. Oh, what's your thoughts on it? Would you keep it? Would you? Throw
Have you
it
ever
away?
gotten a scrapbook?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we're
a whole
on
bunch
track.
of scrapbooks. I've thrown them all away.
Okay.
Me personally.
you've
But
gotten a bunch.
not a bunch. but,
Hey,
like,
don't be jealous here.
not a bunch.
No, it's funny because I'm just.
I don't know the exact number. I think it was like 2. Something like that. But they're
You
gone.
but you make it sound like it's more than 2.
Oh.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I think it was like a little bit more than 2, but I don't remember exact amount.
Anyways, so you got a scrapbook.
Let's be honest.
I don't know. I haven't sat there been 1, 2, 4.
That's
like I
some
haven't.
obsessiveness right there.
Yeah, right. So what happens? There was a couple. They were married. They got divorced. They had children.
Wait, this is the
This
parameter?
is the variable that
The
got
variable.
Okay, so they got married. They got divorced. Each of them got remarried, but they had kids. Now that little Polaroid thing that you were talking about,
Mhm.
they have Polaroids together in that scrapbook.
Mhm.
Their kids that they had together, one of them passed away, and the only photos that they could have are in that scrapbook.
Yeah.
This is before then.
Yeah.
So what happens is, the way it was explained is this book, with those certain pictures that are in there, were not memories contained of that relationship. It was memories contained of their kid.
Well, yeah, I definitely think that's
That's-
different.
yeah.
To
that-
me,
So
Totally
whoever was in the
we
new
were-
relationship was understanding, like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
this
totally
is a
different.
yeah,
symbolism
but
of a
that's a
relationship.
completely different scenario. Like, we
Yeah,
were
it
just
is.
But
talking
that's the
about
only
between
variable I'm
a-
saying.
A
Yeah,
regular,
yeah,
just,
of course.
relationship.
Yeah.
When you're married, it's second that you had kids in the situation.
different.
Yeah.
It's a completely different
Yeah,
situation.
Which is a little bit more like, oh,
It's
so
way
what
more
if that
interesting.
scrapbook
Yeah.
had stuff like
Like
that?
even if it's
I would keep it. If that's the thing, then I would
even
keep it.
even if it's that, just the two of you, maybe your child wants to keep that.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah,
I think
right.
that's completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And once
From
you
a
have children, you
relationship.
understand that. You're like, I mean,
Oh, yeah, of course.
See, I've done something similar to that. Like, I found pictures of my mom and my dad when they were together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I found those and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep these.
Like I'm sure
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mom
of
has
course.
pictures of like my little brother and my dad.
Right.
You know, and she would keep it. Just it has my brother in it. It has nothing to do with the fact that my dad's in it, and it's just
Yeah.
it's an adult thing. It's not
Yeah.
like it's
I think it also depends on where you are in
Bad.
your life. If you can look back on it and be like, that was a piece of me. It's not who I am anymore.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
The scrapbook
That-
is closed.
That's
Yeah.
that's the reason why I would probably keep it. Is because of that. Because then I could be like, well, yeah, it was nice when I was in that relationship. It was nice during that time.
Yeah.
But now I know I don't want my relationship to end like that
Right.
or be
Right.
like
Yeah.
that.
If you
So it'd be like a memento.
yeah, whatever that is, a scrapbook, a photo, or a piece of material. If you can look at it and be like, not have an emotional reaction from it, just be like, oh,
right. I
That's
think for
who it
me,
is.
it would also depend on how my new significant other
That
feels
is
about
where I
it.
was.
That's the
bring
next
up.
piece.
Because
That
Yeah.
is the
for me,
thing.
if I'm over that person, I shouldn't care that much one way or the other. I think what happens to that, and if it's if it doesn't bother them, I might want to keep it just
Yeah.
to have.
and my thing with that too is this. Okay, I know things happened. I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing, too.
I
That's
don't
why-
want to see it.
That's
That's
why
the
I
thing
want to get
too.
rid of it.
Yeah.
In my current relationship, so for me, on my Instagram, I just have all my photos, right? And if you really scroll back all the way down, I think I started Instagram in like 2013, maybe like, I think it's early 2013. And then obviously I had my ex probably around 2014, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And in my current relationship right now with my girl, there was one time where she's like, I've never gone all the way down through your Instagram.
You don't need to.
You don't need to, but it's just one of those
It's
things.
just-
It happens, you know. She was curious, and I've told her I've gone down your Instagram already and shit. And she saw pictures of my exes, and we actually had a talk. We're like, hey, it's been bothering me for like, first of all, it was like a week, almost 2 weeks. Like, said, Bob, why didn't you tell me? Like, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
But
She didn't know how to
anyway,
approach it. You know
huh?
what I mean? I think she didn't know how to approach it.
Yeah, she didn't know how to approach
You
it.
know,
And
like,
finally,
how
when
do
she
you-
did approach me, and I was like, yeah, and she like, that does bother me because there are like the captions there. It's not weird. The captions there were like, oh my god, thank you for these things. I love you, babe, kind of thing. And then when like what these two were saying in your current relationship, if that is something that bothers them, and Tommy just said it, like they don't want to see it. It's just a respectful thing. Like, okay, cool, I'll take those down for you.
Right.
Just because it is one of those things where like, look, that's the past, and I don't mind keeping it there. But if it bothers my significant other, my current one, then yeah, of course I'll do whatever it is to take it down and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just like a
Thank
respectful
you.
kind of thing. Like it's that, you know.
Thank
I mean,
But you
if
can't
it
look
doesn't
at-
bother them, then that's okay. But I think eventually it's one of those things where there will be that like, why do you still have that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it'll
why do you
always be
still have
there.
that? Definitely.
And it's, I feel like at that point it's more of just like what who I think Tommy said, if you don't get an emotional reaction to it, then that's okay. But I feel like eventually you're gonna have to start letting go of all the past.
I agree.
It might still come back, but
It's not going to be
more-
as like a burning fire.
No,
like it
yeah,
was before.
it's gonna be one of those things where like, oh, well, that was the past.
Yeah, exactly.
The past might pass, and it's one of those things where when you're in a relationship, you accept the past, you cherish the present, and you look forward to the future, kind of thing.
It's
Right.
like I use this as a very crass example because everybody can relate to it. Like, I know my parents fucked to have me. I don't want to know the details. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to think about it. But it had to happen in order for me to be made.
Really?
I'm saying you had to go through those relationships in order to be where you are.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I'm insinuating. You had to go through these things in order to be where you are.
See, and that's kind of the reason why I would keep mine, because like I just said, it's just it'd be like a memento of where I was, where I came from.
Yeah.
What I did.
And long as you can explain that to your significant other, and if
Right.
they're cool with that, you know.
And if they're not, what would you do?
Right.
Well, I mean, it's gone now, but I mean,
Yeah, it's gone, so it's.
What would you do?
what would you do? The question.
Would
Well,
you
Mike,
actually?
don't
Because
you
you're
love
talking about it's a memento. It's like a thing of your past and stuff. Obviously, this is
I
just a
mean,
relationship.
yeah.
There's no kids.
I guess
involved.
if it really
but-
bothered them, then yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to get rid of it
Mm-hmm.
or something, you know.
Mhm.
But it's just it. I mean, it all depends on what kind of relationship it was. Like, if it was just a fling, then I'd just be like, well,
Well, I think it's different.
Yeah.
That's totally
Like
different.
if you're totally in love
Yeah.
with this person.
then I mean, yeah, and if it really bugged them, yeah, I would have to get rid of it, even though I'd be like, look, like, I would try to convince them otherwise. You know,
Mhm.
be like, look, well, this is something that made me who I am.
Right.
Like, without this, I wouldn't be here with you.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, if it really did bug her, then sure, I guess I just have to get rid of it. You know.
Cool. So speaking of gifts and
Gifts,
whatnot,
yeah.
what is the most expensive gift that you guys have ever received? If you remember. If you remember. I think if anything, it's like
chocolates. Yeah,
I think for
Your
me it's like
girlfriend's
it was like a box full of just like
Knickknacks?
gifts and like snacks and whatnot, and just like a care package kind of thing. That's probably like the most expensive one that I've gotten ever. I think for me, if anything, I've gotten
What did I ever get?
obviously like flowers and shit like
Right.
that. And like again, like we were talking about, like gifts. Like, oh, here's a gift for you, or here's I would actually write a handwritten letter too,
Right.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. So I think that's pretty much it.
That's the same with me.
Yeah.
I'm not good at spending a lot of money. I'm just kind of like buying.
Really? And then you scratch your neck?
No, I'm saying like as in
Means you're uncomfortable.
no, from the perspective of like a lot of guys buying expensive jewelry.
See, but
That's a
can you really express love in jewelry? Like, in a material thing? Like, for me, I don't think you can.
Not really, no.
No offense, Sherry.
No.
You're your parents, but
Let's see.
I mean, like, if it was like a heirloom or something that was passed down,
that's
from,
yeah.
Yeah, see,
Different.
yeah,
Different.
no.
but
You
like,
know?
not unless you buy something and it's gonna be that way.
Okay, so we pretty much.
What about AirPods?
I think we pretty much
Those
covered.
are useful.
We pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm talking
And
about
expensive.
something shiny, like that's
Like
just
jewelry.
sitting there. How many?
And
Do you ever know women that have? I'm sorry, I don't mean to say women. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Do you ever know people that have jewelry that is in a jewelry box where they don't wear
Touch it.
Yeah.
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 I knew a lot of people.
And
like that.
there's like a ring that's like $4,000
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there, and they're like, I need to wear it on special occasions.
Yeah.
Like,
But do you really want them to wear it all the time and maybe lose it? Like, some things are to collect.
It's on their
Speaking
finger.
to a collector, you should understand that.
so you're collecting jewelry on Valentine's Day.
No, you get it as a gift on the Valentine's Day, but then you have it for
Well,
a
this is
long
good to
time
watch.
as like something that they've gotten you. Things that they've gotten you. Like, who has parents who, you know, the dad has given the mom very expensive jewelry every single Valentine's
Right.
Day or anniversary, and they keep it and they wear a bunch of them all the time.
I can see where that comes
But
into
even if they
play.
don't wear them all the time, it's still something that's like collected, you know, all the time for each year.
But
Something that they
frivolous.
got that's
We're
special.
talking about frivolous jewelry spending. Like, where you're like, oh.
Okay, now we're just
When does
getting
that happen?
into.
You're just
Right,
trying to
okay, I'll stop
justify.
that.
now.
So
Anyways.
we pretty much talked about most of the things
Wait,
here.
the most expensive gift that we ever got or that we bought?
got and bought.
Sure,
whatever.
either one. You got an expensive
Again, like I said, like the most expensive gift that
I've
I've
given.
probably ever gotten was probably just a care package, and then what I've given probably like just like what's that called, edible thing,
Arrangements?
edible arrangement,
Those
with
are
flowers
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah.
You know that, and like and then on top of that is the gift. So it's not expensive. Like I don't know, maybe like less than $100 if anything.
I don't think it was for Valentine's Day, but I got it.
Well, we're talking about Valentine's Day here, man. That's the topic. We're not going to any
Valentine's.
other. We're not going to
Anyway,
any other.
I'm still
yeah.
gonna say it.
All right, what is it?
A Tiffany ring,
Okay, cool.
Holy shit, how much did you spend on that?
like $350.
God damn. So we pretty much talked about the good things and the bad things on the relationship when you're on Valentine's Day. How about when you're single?
That's the question.
Oh, I
What
love
is
being
the
single.
good thing and the bad thing when it's Valentine's Day?
Wait.
It's called Single Awareness Day.
Yeah, pretty
Is that
much.
what it is?
Yeah. That's been what it's. It's
Sad.
not necessarily.
Single Awareness Day.
That is
Sad.
not. Yeah. That is not. That's not actually what the.
Yeah.
What do you call this?
Acronym.
No, it is the acronym, but I'm just saying that's not. It's Valentine's Day, but for people that's single, they call it, Single Awareness Day.
Single
So
Awareness
yeah.
Day.
Now, wait.
Oh, no.
Do you think?
I like.
Because remember how you were sitting there, we were sitting there talking about how Valentine's Day is more kind of this male giving gifts to
Mostly
to women, right?
Right.
Okay, like I said, I will agree with you on that.
Okay. Do you think Single Awareness Day or Valentine's Day when you're single
Mm,
as a woman
mm.
is different than if you're a guy? In your opinion?
I think it's probably
Or
the
take
same.
Okay. Okay.
Just because when you're single, you're just single.
You're single.
It doesn't matter if you're a woman or
I think it's more
Guy.
worse for them.
Really?
Really?
I would say that yes, because it's like they're probably wanting to be wanted. No, I mean no one.
how about guys? Guys want to be
Yeah,
wanted
guys
too.
do want to be wanted. I do agree with you on that, but it's like I'm not a woman, obviously, but I
Are you
feel
sure?
like.
Supposed to look down and be like,
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh! Here comes the jokes. So, because I am not a woman.
Yes, right. Of course not.
I think they watch like all these like videos and movies of like all these romantic times that it happens in the movies, and I think they sit there and just fester in their own like water because of the crying. You know,
I feel like,
I mean, they're probably not crying, but I
Right,
think
right,
they're probably
right.
sad that
or
there's
they're
no
in that
one there.
emotional
Right.
mood, and yeah, I feel like
It's
there's
not there for
probably
them.
more guy, or not more guy, but probably just the same amount of guys that does that we just don't know.
Yeah, true.
That we just don't know because you gotta be manly and you can't show emotion because you're a guy, which is bullshit. But yeah, I mean, when I was single, I love romantic movies. I love going to fucking watching chick flicks and all that
13
shit.
going on 30.
And for me,
That's
it's
what I'm-
like it's one of those things where like it's not even about being like, oh my god. It's more like, okay, cool, yeah, I am single, but I love all these things too. So I think there's probably, it's not just women. I feel like it's probably around the same ratio. I don't think it's 50-50, but I feel like it's more so there's probably just as much guys doing that on their own that people just don't know. And they're not so much secretive about it, but it's more of just like,
I'm gonna have my beer and I'm gonna watch my movie.
yeah, everyone has their own thing. Yeah, it could be that. It could be like maybe they're not watching an actual chick flick or a romantic movie. For them, spending, Single Awareness Day is maybe grabbing a beer and watching their I don't know, their favorite movie.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm sure in the back of their minds, I'd be like, well, I would rather watch it with someone else, watching my favorite movie, let's say a fucking action movie, with someone else I can spend time with. So, yeah, I think it's just probably around the same. Maybe it is more the fact that society is more catered towards women.
Right.
Maybe there is a little bit more pressure on women in terms of just like, like you said, they're probably in their
mood or something.
in their rooms or their house or their apartments all alone and stuff.
Drinking their wine.
But at the same time, it's like, fuck, if you have friends that are single too, just go out.
Yeah, might as
go
well.
out. Have fun with your friends, you know. So
It's just a day.
yeah,
Sun will come up.
well,
Tomorrow.
that's the thing where we both are like, it's just a day.
What
It's
is this a day?
it's just one of those things where like, okay, well,
Valentine's Day.
yeah, okay. Speaking of Valentine's Day, I don't even know how long we've been going on for.
Doesn't matter.
I feel it's.
We could cut it for next time. I'm
Yeah.
good with whatever.
Well,
'Cause that was a
I
good
do want to get into. Speaking of the fact that it's a made up holiday, I do want to
Sure.
get into the dark origins of it.
Yes.
And I think we'll cut it
gosh.
there after that.
Yes.
So, Tommy, go ahead. You want to start this off?
It was a pagan holiday, man.
That's crazy.
It was a
Well, it's
pagan
just like
holiday.
Christmas.
Did you guys read the article?
I was reading it here. Like it was
How
saying
it all
where
started off.
though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the
Yeah.
holiday,
Mhm.
one good place to start is ancient Rome, where men hit on women by hitting
Hitting
them.
Oh.
Wham!
Holy crap!
Yeah. And
That
so what
was
happens
crazy.
is after that, and then there was two saints or two guys named Saint Valentine that literally got burnt at the stake.
Yeah.
Like full on, just see you later, man.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, it got sweeter and sweeter. Still kind
Mhm.
of archaic.
St.
Right.
Valentine's Day.
And then Shakespeare came along.
Yeah.
And he basically kind of created like this, mystique of love.
Gotta love Shakespeare.
Yeah, right? And just kind of wooing, and it just kind of evolved and changed to what we have
Right.
now, where you get chocolates and roses
Flowers.
and stuff. We'll put the link.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah,
put the
we'll
link.
have the link there.
You'll have the link.
Yeah, basically, and yeah, it was Shakespeare. Really,
Yeah.
damn you, Shakespeare! You're a genius, but goddamn.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. And today, this holiday is the big. I'm just gonna read the quotes here. Today, the holiday is big business. According to market research firm IBIS World, Valentine's Day sales reach 17.6 billion last year.
6 billion.
This year, sales are expected to
Holy
total
smokes.
18.6 billion.
That's like its own industry.
Right?
Not even called like sex or anything or love. But it's like this is like something separate than like porn almost. It's like its own thing by itself.
See, I would love to have, if there were statistics on this, I don't know exactly how it is because my mind's thinking about a person that was conceived on Valentine's Day. How many people are conceived because of
Oh, a lot.
Valentine's Day? You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure.
Like,
Oh, dude, I had so many coworkers that were like, "Yeah, I can't wait till I get home tonight."
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? Like, how
I was
much, like,
whoa.
what's the statistic of sex that's going on right that
I
day?
would say probably more than 70%.
Don't do that with your leg.
Yeah, right?
More
And
than
so-
70%.
Yeah.
I would go, 70 and higher for
Lefty
sure.
or righty today?
70 or higher.
What are you doing?
What's the?
November. So is it November babies or October babies that would be?
It's 9 months.
Yeah.
So
So,
it would be
November?
October.
October.
Or
Probably late October, early November.
Okay.
yeah.
That's interesting. So anybody born then? Hey.
I just had a thought.
I figured that out. Yeah, dude.
No, because my best friend Carlos, his birthday's on November 2nd.
Yeah,
My nephew is the same birthday.
There you go.
November 2nd.
so you know it was in
Yeah,
the
see?
February
Oh
month
my god.
that
Yeah.
happened.
You
Maybe it was within that week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
You know?
See?
A little bit before, maybe a little bit after.
The
Oh
weekend
my
of?
God.
Because
Weekend
the
of,
weekend was
yeah.
going
Yeah,
down?
yeah, true.
February, March, April, May, June, July,
August.
September, October.
Early
Yeah.
November.
November.
Early
There you
November.
go.
That's what.
Well, it depends on when in
When
February.
in
Yeah.
February.
So,
So-
again, in that
Yeah.
weeks or several weeks after that.
14th to
So
the 20th.
yeah.
I always like to break that down. I'm like, oh, so you were conceived on Valentine's
Pretty
Day,
much
you
around
know?
that time. Yep. You can just go back to like
Yeah.
I feel like if you really trace back like when you were born and
You
stuff,
ready? You ready?
There's like a holiday.
No,
that's
no,
around
I've done that.
kind
You
of-
wanna know what it is for me?
Want to hear it.
No, for me, ready? School started. My dad was a teacher. Stress was up.
Yep.
Came home. Whatever you want to call it. Because both me and my sister, right, yeah, born in May.
Mhm.
Trace it back 9 months. School starts.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Just before school started,
Yeah,
let's
right.
get something
or
going.
it started and it's like stresses.
Oh yeah,
God
that's it.
damn it!
I need to release.
Yes.
I need to release.
Fucking grading papers all night.
You're trying to figure out yours?
Yeah. Yours is in October, sir.
August.
August? Okay, what's going on in August? Your dad have like,
I have no
he
idea.
on vacation?
I have no idea.
He go to another country?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
I have no idea.
Like, was there-
That's
I-
9, right?
I
Yeah.
had a buddy of
August.
mine, he's like this, he's like, I can tell you exactly when my kids were created. He's like, I'm like, what do you got? He's like,
Valentine's
no,
Day.
he's like, Northridge earthquake. Boom!
Ooh,
We were having
man.
chaotic, all this shit. Guess what? Cuddles, cuddles, cuddles.
Yeah.
9 months later, kids are created. I was like, oh shit! Pinpointed it. Completely pinpointed. He's like, chaos makes sex for me.
That's crazy.
I am definitely going to write that down next time I
That's
have a
crazy.
girlfriend. If we ever have kids, be like, okay, yeah, this is what happened this week. This is what we did. This is when we did it.
Dude, that's
So-
people plan that out. They plan it out. If you want to get really specific, they're like, all right, we got to have it here because I want to have.
Well, I'm ovulating. That's usually what they say.
That's another one, you know. So August.
Well, one more thing on this
Why is
article.
that funny?
On this article, it did say, but that commercialization has spoiled the day for many. Helen Fisher, a sociologist at Rutgers University, says we only have ourselves to blame.
Yes.
Which is why
It's true.
I feel like society
Going
is
back to-
pressuring just or media even and
Right.
society's pressuring everyone to be buy something for your loved ones and it's just like no man, like you can do that any day.
Yeah.
It's just
I
that
agree.
one day that
That day you should just go above and beyond.
I feel like you can do that any day, but if there is, again, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it's not a necessary thing. Like it's just there to.
I'm convinced.
Like, you know what's also too? I start getting into the whole like conspiracy theories that.
Ooh, what's your conspiracy?
That,
yeah, seriously.
You know, capitalism wants a certain holiday every month for you to spend money. So September back to school, October's Halloween, November's Thanksgiving, December's Christmas.
Obviously, January's New Year's.
January's New Year's. March is
St.
Patrick's Day.
But then,
February goes into
Valentine's Day. What is
April?
Oh, Easter.
Easter.
Oh,
Easter's that's a big one. May.
Memorial Day.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like new movie.
Sometimes my birthday lands on that.
Right. June. What do you got for June?
There's nothing in June.
School's out. School out?
Not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
It could be out in May now.
There's got to be a big.
There's nothing in June.
And then July is July 4th.
July 4th. July.
August.
What's big in August?
There's nothing in
What's in August?
What's in August?
Labor Day.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
That's
Labor
a good
Day
one.
sales.
There you go.
Oh yeah, sales.
Labor
for
Day
sure.
sales.
Yeah,
Veterans
Labor-
Day.
There you go. And then you start all over again.
And September is what?
It's back to school.
Back to school.
Mm.
Or Labor Day. Wait, is it Labor Day?
No, Labor Day's August or like I said, we're spitballing right now. You can probably find like a specific day, like shit.
And then October, then it starts back to
starts all over again.
Dun, dun,
This is
dun.
Tommy's conspiracy, everybody.
Well, I mean,
You heard it here on the Just Talk podcast.
think about it. Every single
seriously,
month, you gotta. There's something like October. I know I'm
Yeah.
spending something for Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. December. That's easy.
Yeah.
Make sure
Christmas.
you quote him on
November.
October, because we didn't do anything last October. So
November.
We were all broke.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
true.
Yeah, there you go.
lifestyle changes going on.
Right.
Pretty much.
Every month there's something
Just,
that will take your money.
I think that would be
That's
it.
a
I think
weird
we'll
conspiracy, but-
shelve this other one.
Yeah,
I think we
so next time.
can follow it up next week. We'll start off with that, and then
Or next Valentine's Day.
or and I think if anything, we can even just like it's a pretty fairly short topic. We can just like put that on top and kind of get rid of that.
It's
Or
always
next
fun to
year.
talk about also.
Yeah, and we'll have something to talk about. We'll talk about it next week. Well, that'll be the top thing. So for next week, you guys can expect us to talk about what's your favorite underrated holiday.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be one of next week's topics, and what holiday you wish had more attention.
Yes.
So that's it. That's
Valentine's
I like
Day.
that. Oh my gosh.
National Pizza Day.
Ooh. Well, that was just a few.
That was
weeks ago,
That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. Did not get enough publicity.
There you go. We'll talk about that next week.
Did anybody buy a pizza?
Next week.
No.
Well, guys, this is episode number 104 from the Just Talk podcast.
Yes.
You can obviously listen to us on wherever you get your podcasts at.
Of course.
Spotify, Castbox. What other ones? YouTube.
Apple Podcast,
Apple,
iTunes,
iTunes,
Buzzsprouts, and now you guys
Buzzsprouts.
can watch us.
And now you can watch us on YouTube. Again, this is Mr. Pen and Mike.
Richard Bendo.
Tommy B.
And also, before you go, follow us on Instagram
Yes.
at the Just Talk Podcast
Yep.
and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can type in you can just type in the Just Talk Podcast. We should be there, labeled as Just Talk. Subscribe to us over there too.
Yep.
So
Comments.
comment
Subscribe.
below.
Yes.
And whatnot.
And then don't forget, if you guys can leave a review for us on iTunes, that'd be much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
We'd always love your feedback.
Yeah, of course.
Good or bad, whatever. We
Yeah.
don't care. We just need feedback.
Comment, rate.
Comment, rate,
Boom.
rate, of course. And if you guys ever have any future topics, I know Rion has mentioned it a few times before. If you guys have future topics for us, please feel free. Comment us, DM
Hit us up on Instagram.
something.
It's the best way
Yeah.
to do it.
And you can shout it out.
Yeah, you would.
Or if you want to email us at the Just Talk Podcast. Sorry, the Just Talk Podcast 00@gmail.com.
Double.
There you go.
Alright, guys.
That is it. This is episode 104 of the Just Talk Podcast.
See
Until
ya.
then, we're going silent.
Yep.